Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. Today we got a 1K mystery bounty from Scoop 2025. We got Watlos on the final table, Lena, Tonka, Carlos, Hands, Iba, and Silent Mode. Carlos with Queen 5 suited is going to start things off with the open. Ace 10 will jam about 18 blinds for Hands, and we get a quick call. 5 on the flop. We're going to need to see that ace. No more queens or 5s. Good news for Hands is they get the full double. Thanks to KalipokerTV Poker Replays for the replay. If at any point in time you find yourself you're not really enjoying the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and KalipokerTV. We got a king and a jack for Hands. They see the ace 3 open for Carlos. Very quick open. 5-5 for Lena in the big blind. Watlos with 10-8 suited, gonna fold the small off 10 blinds of course. 5s call the big, we get a jack 9-6 flop, flop goes check 6 on the turn. Carlos takes no time to think, they just bet small, get a quick call deuce on the turn, or river, goes check 9 blinds, slide over to the pocket pair. Jack for Hands, oh my lord, 6-4-0, Carlos swiftly opens. Under the gun, doesn't give a shit. Silent Mode with ace king. Got a 3-bet to 7 blinds from Hands. Silent Mode gonna come in for a 4-bet here. Wouldn't be surprised to see an all-in play. They go for a slightly smaller sizing, 15 blinds. 8 more to call for Dan's, but they surely just get this in pre. Nothing too exciting. We'll see bounty opportunity for Silent Mode. Looking for an ace or king or a bunch of spades, yo. A little queen jack 10 action. A little 5-4-3-2 action. Jack is still somehow not all in. We let it go. We let jacks go pre. Oh no. 7-handed jacks go in the muck. Ace 10 suited. Hands will open it under the gun. Silent Mode up to 50 blinds. Second place position. Carlos not afraid to see a flop. King Queen, oh, very reasonable hand. 9-8-6 goes check bet. No, check. Straight draw 2 overs for Hands. The backdoor flush draw sees a deuce of spades on the turn. Bringing in the spade draw. Carlos leads out 5 blinds. Got a call 10 on the river. Carlos bets another 5.5 and Hands is not folding. 1-liner to a 7. Right, we're not folding still. Top pair, top kicker. Uh-oh. Hands is not afraid to lay down a hand. The old jack. Ace 10 will call this hand. And 26 blinds will slide over to Hands. Bringing them back up to 40 as Iba raises up 7-7. Watlos will rip in ace 10 suited. 7s will get this in, looking for the bounty. 10 on the flop. No 9 or 7. Iba doesn't get that bounty. 22 blinds for Watlos. Silent Mode ace 3 will open under the gun. Ace Queen will call pre for Carlos. Ace 8 for Iba in the big blind. We got a 9-5-2 flop. Silent Mode with the straight draw to the 4. Carlos with the best of it with the ace queen will check back the flop 5 on the turn. 6.4 blinds in the middle. Silent Mode will bet the wheel draw 2 blinds, a 3rd pot. Carlos comes along to the river for a spades. Yikes. Silent Mode's wheel draw gets there, 11 blinds in the middle. They bet 8. Carlos will let go of the ace queen. 9-5 for Carlos hit the muck. Iba with 9-2 suited. In the small blind, facing Silent Mode in the big. It's just going to preserve all their pennies. Looking around at the table, you got Tonka at 26.5 blinds. You want to stay ahead of him. Lena with 23. Watlos 21. Yep. Just got a fold there. Iba's going to limp in ace 5 from the button here. 7-4 will come along for Watlos, and Queen 3 checks back. Ace 4, 2 flop, 2 spades, Watlos, straight draw and flush draw. Top pair for Iba, bets a blind. Middle pair for silent mode. Personally, I would have gotten out of there. It is only a 1 blind bet though. Still got Watlos to act. They're going to check raise to 4.7. Iba's going to rip it all in, go bounty hunting, 46 blinds in the middle. No spade or 5. Just like that, Iba gets a big bounty. We'll see if we see what it is. 650 bucks. Not too many pennies there. Iba with 8-9. Suited from the cutoff. 51 blinds. Thinks about an open here. Finds it. 4-4 for silent mode. Are we 4 ways to a flop? Lena with ace 4 suited. Not gonna fold the small. Tonka with jack 10 will call. We get a 6-5 2 flop. Silent mode with the straight draw. The 4s are best. They bet small. Iba with the gutter to the 7-2 over cards will call. King on the turn. 11 blinds in the middle. Turn goes check check. King on the river. River goes check check. Silent mode. Grows their stack there to 62 blinds. Hands with ace 7 suited. Gonna raise under the gun. Jack 10 for Elena is suited. Queen 5 suited. Completes the big for Carlos. We get a jack 6-5 flop. 2 clubs. Hands checks over the nut flush draw. Elena will bet top pair. Carlos calls bottom pair. 2.4 blinds. Hands will call with the flush draw. We get a 6 pair in the board on the turn. And it checks back the turn. We get 6 of clubs. So the flush completes and Lena makes a boat. I guess Carlos makes a boat as well. 14.5 blinds in the middle. Gonna slide Lena's away. We'll see if they get any more on top of it. That 5 should be out of there. It's hard to get paid by a flush when there's 3 6s out there too. Lena will check back the best, or I guess not the best boat. Hands could always have an overpair, but in this instance, Lena just checks back the boat and takes her down. Queen 10 for Carlos will rip it in and take it down pre. King 10 suited. Silent mode will raise under the gun. Tonka with King 7 will let that go. 19 blinds. Might think about a 3-bet for half a second, but no. Queen for hands from the small. 26 blinds in total. Rips them all in. 3-3 for Iba will get out of there. Silent mode says, I'm not going to give you my stack, yo. Folds the suited pretty hand. Little King Jack for Iba, the small blind. Hands with the 9-4 suited, gonna fold the button, being covered by both players in the blinds. Iba limps it in, Queen 7-6 flop. Middle pair for silent mode, they bet small, get a quick call, deuce on the turn. Silent mode bets about, 66%, 2/3, takes the pot down. Ace 7 for Carlos. I really expect them to play this one. Still in first place position, 55 blinds, Ace 7-0. Carlos goes in the tank here. Coming for the open. Lena with 6-5 suited in the big. Gonna see 3 card stealer. Ace King 5, little pair for Lena. Carlos will bet 1.6 with top pair. Gets no action. 10-7 suited. Carlos opens Ace 10 for Iba. Calls silent mode with Ace King. Gonna stick in a 3-bet and maybe 8s hit the muck for Lena. 8.2 blinds is the bet by silent mode. Weird spot for Lena's 8s, and the 8s do hit the muck. 3-bet gets through pre. Silent mode looks to be just behind Carlos. Just behind Queen 9. Oh, will open. Another King 7 suited for Tonka, thinking about another 3-bet. They are going to take the spot this time. Looks like it'll get through pre. 15 more to call with mystery bounties out there. Nothing doing this time. 7-7. Ebo will come in for an under the gun limp. King 10 for Carlos. Calls from the small. Hands with King 3-0. Ace Queen 8 flop. Straight draw for Carlos. Under pair. Backdoor flush draw for Eba. Checks it on back. 8 on the turn. Pairs the board. Brings in another flush draw. Eba's thinking about a little bet to take the pot down. Instead we check it on back. Queen on the river, and it looks like a chop pot. Unless somebody takes a stab, but it's going to be tough to represent much unless you go for a big bet trying to say you got that queen or something. Maybe aces that check back the flop. Would you check back the turn making a boat, hoping your opponents make a flush or something? So if Eba bets, they should bet large. They bet full pot. Both the blinds playing the board. Tough to find a call. Carlos is going to stick in a check raise to 12 blinds. Nicely done. Takes it on down. You'll love to see it there, Carlos. Queen Jack for Tonka will come in for the open. Haven't heard much from him, but has not had many cards. 8-4 will call the big blind. 10-8-5 flop. Tonka with the straight draw to the 9, 2 overs. 18.5 behind. Doesn't want to face a check raise, that's for sure. Still going to find a C-bet, 1.5 blinds. Quick call by the pair of 8s, 7 on the turn. Gives Eba a straight draw to the 6. 8s are still best. 8 3/4 blinds in the middle. Tonka checks back the turn. Queen on the river. Top pair. Tonka bets 7 blinds. Eba folds the pair of 8s. Ace King for silent mode once again. Carlos with Queen 10 suited. Facing a 3-bet, might be tempted to see a flop. Covering silent mode. Depends on the sizing here. Silent mode goes large. 16 blinds. Not so tempted to see a flop now. A little less appealing. Don't you dare do it, Carlos. You can't call, so a 4-bet all in or fold. 14 blinds. Into what, like 34? We do get a call. 6-6-2 flop. This is unfortunate for Carlos. For being honest, the call pre is really unnecessary facing such a large 3-bet. Do get a small C-bet, 6.4 blinds into 34. Get a call by the Queen 10, 9 on the turn. I don't know how Queen 10's still in the hand. 47 blinds in the middle. Silent mode does check it over with Ace King. Does Carlos steal the pot somehow? Rip it all in? No, you bet 8.5. Does that even work? If I'm silent mode, I'm going to think about a hero call. We get a 9 on the river. The Ace King is good. 63.5 blinds in the middle. Silent mode bets 2. A little block bet. As played, I think Carlos has to rip the river. They fold. Blinds go up. What a hand. Carlos is still in second place with 25 blinds, but certainly gave plenty away to silent mode, who's up to 71, who's going to jam the Jack 10 suited hands with 10-10. Somehow only has like 61% here. 1 overcard suited and connected. 10s hit the muck pre. 9-8 suited for silent mode. ripping it in, but 20 blinds effective. Gets it through pre. Ace deuce. See if silent mode just continues to rip it in. No, gonna come in for the min open from the cutoff. Carlos will call the big blind. Ace jack jack flop. Backdoor flush draw for Carlos. Sees a one blind bet. Top pair will take it down. E7 suited for Lena. Don't rip it in. Nice. Tonka with ace king suited. One seat to their left. We'll rip it in for 19. Every once in a while you'll see a smaller 3-bet. Tonka says, yeah, here and now, 5 blinds to go. Give Lena a chance to 4-bet all in. Not gonna happen though. 3-3 for silent mode. Might rip it in. 24 blinds effective with Tonka. King queen for Lena. Gonna let that one go, and the 3s will get it through. Easy dosey. Hand's gonna fold the button. King 8 for Eba in the small. 17 blinds. Weird spot. Gonna try a limp probably. Go on the tank here. Got a 6 and a 3 for silent mode, waiting patiently in the big. 30 seconds left to go. Mickey Mouse is unsure. They are just going to take the spot, rip it in. Take it down pre. E7 for Carlos, gonna limp it in. Silent mode with ace 3 in the small. Deuce deuce for Lena in the big blind. Ace 3 gonna yoink. 20 more blinds to call for Carlos. Didn't want to see this. Goes for the limp pre, trying to keep the pot small. Carlos will call with the best ace. We got a wheel draw, club draw for Carlos, so the 3 on the river doesn't matter. They won a big pot, 44 blinds, back in a very comfy, well, I guess they were already in second place, but now they're in a comfy second place. 4-3 suited will limp it in. Jack 10 will complete the small. 10-4 checks back pre. King 10-6 flop. Carlos with backdoor equity will bet small. Lena will call with the 10. Backdoor draws as well for Lena. Tonka with a 4 kicker. Middle pair finds the call as well. 7 of diamonds on the turn is juicy as Carlos picks up a diamond draw and straight draw. They check back the turn. Queen on the river. Oh, with the queen of diamonds, by the way, Carlos makes their flush. 7 blinds in the middle. They rip it all in, and I would imagine the bet gets through as neither player has a diamond. No straight or nothing, just third pair. Surely Tonka doesn't call a 3x. The pot, overbet jam. Somehow still in the hand. What is Tonka thinking? Is it ever like ace 5 with a diamond? Surely. Tonka's got 20 seconds left. I sure should hope they fold. We cover Eba, hands, and Lena. Tonka, you're in third place. 21 blinds. Move along. Nice. That took too long. That was a little scary. We got a little break. I guess we'll skip through it. E7 for silent mode. Gonna open it up. King Jack for Tonka. Might think about a 3-bet here. Don't know if you want to call. Tonka says no, we'll just 3-bet all in. Ace 7 for silent mode. About 18 more to call. A little bit more. Not an easy one to find here. We see silent mode as a slight equity favorite, but they're going to let this go, of course. Jack 9. Silent mode might open. It's kind of weird now that Carlos has chips again. 48 blinds for him in the small. Silent mode still finds the open Queen 6 for hands in the big blind will call 10-9-5 flop. No diamonds for hands, a little backdoor straight draw, overcard. They just get out of there. Carlos with Jack 3-0 limps the button, Ace 10 for hands. How are we limping the button here? Hands rips it in for 16 and takes it down pre. Queen Jack Tonka will open to 2 1/4. 3-3 for silent mode, might punish him with a jam, but they let them see the flop. Silent mode calls pre. Doesn't want to give away all of his chips. Tonka flops 3 of a kind, bets small, 3's call, 5 on the turn. Not too scary of a card for 3-3 if we're being honest. Tonka might bet big, size up a river jam, 5.3. That will get the 3s off the pot as blinds go up. Ace deuce for Lena in the big. Sees a Tonka open king 9 suited. Weird spot for Lena, but they find the call king 10-6 flop. Top pair, Tonka will go for a bet. 1 blind maybe? $1.5. Lena will get rid of the ace high. King 2 for Carlos somehow again finds the limp under the gun. 7s for Iba, 14 blinds, ripping it in. Queen 9 suited, gonna fold for Lena in the small. Oh, but they get a king jack, 6 blinds, gonna rip it in from the bottom. King 7 for Tonka. Would be weird if Tonka jams. Carlos might call with the queen 10 suited. Tonka's out of there, but queen 10 will call, of course, looking for a queen or 10. No equity picked up on the turn, but a queen on the river. Carlos will get the Lena bounty. See what size it is. 650. Again, a very small bounty. Queen 7 silent mode will raise the cutoff. Ace 4 suited. Carlos will call the small and flop a boat. Ace 4-4, 2 hearts. Silent mode bets small. We get a quick call. Jack on the turn. 8.5 in the middle. Silent mode hopefully gives it up here. Carlos bets 10.6, goes for the over bet. So wondering, do we bet small to induce? Carlos says I want all the value. 7-3 suited. Carlos gonna rip it in for about 17 blinds. Take it down pre. 10-8 over Iba in the big. 2-4 suited. Carlos will limp in. 3-3 for hands. 13.5 blinds. Gonna fold. 10-4 will check it back. Jack 7-2 flop. Bottom pair for Carlos. Flop goes check check. Queen on the turn goes check check. 4 on the river. Both players with that pair of 4s. Carlos with a deuce to go along with it, sees a 1 blind bet and will juice the pot, makes it 7 blinds to go. Silent mode with a flush blocker. Do we 3-bet the river? No, but we're gonna call. 17 blinds will slide over to Carlos. Back in a very comfy first place. 10-3-0. What is Carlos doing? Opens up into Tonka's big. Ace 9 suited for hands is going to yoink. Ace Jack for Tonka in the big blind. 25 blinds will rip it all in. 10-3-0 somehow in the hand. There's a jam by Tonka. Any 9s or some backdoor straight help, an open deuce on the turn and a 5 on the river. 30 blinds and a bounty will slide over to Tonka. We'll see what he gets there. Oh, 3,400. That's a little bit of a fair score there for Tonka. Ace King, 15 blinds. Iba will rip it in. Tonka's out of there. Ace 10 will call the big blind looking for hearts, or a 10, a 5 will chop. None of it comes. Carlos will double up Iba. Oh boy, queen for Tonka. Carlos with ace king suited in the small. Iba with king jack is kind of an afterthought. Tonka opens. Carlos will 3-bet. We'll see what size they go for. 8 blinds. Doesn't matter. 4-handed. These 2 hands get in pre. Have about an 80 blind pot here. Tonka 4-bets all in. Quick call. Bunch of diamonds, yo. Any ace, king, or diamond. If we find the king of hearts on the river, Tonka is Gonzo Alonzo. Carlos gets another bounty. Big ass stack. 10k bounty. Oh, that's a big one. I thought $3,400 was big, but nah. Carlos moves along with this big stack. Jack 9. Oh, we'll open the button. King 6 for silent mode. Gonna call. Queen, Jack 9. Flop 2 pairs for backdoor royal flush draw. Carlos bets small. Gets quickly check raised. Carlos continues to the turn where we see the 7 of spades, sorry. Got 2 diamonds on the flop. My brain got all confused. Silent mode bets 6.5, continuing to tell the story. Carlos calls once again. 22 behind, 26 in the middle. Silent mode gives it up. If I'm Carlos, I jam for value. That they do, and the bet gets through. Ace 6 for Carlos will jam. Facing a silent mode limp from the small, and they take it down pre. King 10 suited. Silent mode will open 4's jam. King 10 calls 50-50. King on the flop. Any 4s? Nope. 2 pairs, 3 pairs for silent mode. Ace queens. Carlos opens, and I think they get this through pre. 5-3 for silent mode. Ace 9 Iba opens. Carlos with queen 4 in the big blind. They play call. King 4-3 flop. Flop goes check bet call. Rough to the turn. 10 of diamonds. Iba bets again. 6 blinds into 7.3, and Carlos will fold the pair of 4s. Blinds go up. Jack 7 for Carlos raises to 3. Iba with the 6 and a 3. Might just fold here. We're moving along. Carlos will raise 5-4 and take it down pre. Walk for the 8-7. Carlos just building a stack. 7-7. Silent mode will open 6-3 suited calls. 10-9 5 flop. Not much doing here. Get a C bet and take it down. Queen 5. Carlos likes a raise and take it down pre. King Jack suited. Iba will rip 23 blinds. Carlos with an ace in the big. Just gonna fold. Ace 8 silent mode opens. King 8 suited calls. Queen 5 completes the big blind. 7-5 flop. Silent mode with backdoor equity will bet 1.6 into 6.4. Iba with 3 of a kind. Check raises to 5 blinds. 17.5 behind. Not what silent mode wants to see, but they're going to get this in. Pick up equity. No spade on the river. 51 blinds for Iba, and silent mode is down to 11. 8-9 suited. Carlos will open the button. Ace 10 calls the small. King Jack silent mode rips it all in. Carlos rips it all in, and Ace 10 comes along. This is a huge ass pot. About 113 blinds. 8, 9, or 6. Ooh, a jack on the turn, but an 8 on the river, so we're gonna lose Iba. Carlos wins an 81 blind pot as silent mode triples up. And a $3,400 bounty. Carlos scooping a lot of pennies here today. 8-9 silent mode opens it up. 10-4 will call. King 7-2 flop. Silent mode bets small and takes the pot down with the 9 high. Ace queen versus ace 8 suited. 34 blinds deep. We are going to get this in. Sorry, closer to 35, almost 36 blinds. So we get it in pre and a bunch of hearts out there with the queen on the flop. Carlos hold and they get this 70 blind pot and they get the tournament. A couple more mystery bounties are going to come their way. 650 bucks, not too exciting. It looks like they just get one. Anyway, so they get what, 17k, 18k plus the 26. I'm not really looking to do math right now. 13 plus 30 is 43k. 43k for the victory in silent mode. What's that, about 44k? 45? Alrighty, let's end the show. If you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. We saw some interesting action with Carlos on the final table there. It's kind of fun to see. I was getting a little bit used to all the regs, just making the final tables. You just know exactly what's coming when you see the cards. Then you get a Carlos in there, and you never know what's going to happen. Carlos takes this one down. But okay, peace out. Adios, amigos.